everybody to the SNL in-season pod. This is pod number 10. Thank you guys for hanging. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging with us for 10 weeks, man. I am your host, KxngTrizz, along with my co-host, Mr. Slick himself.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, I know you guys have been following us for a while. Those who have, those who are new, thank you for joining us. But today's spicy, man. Today's really spicy.
We got a good one.
We going to title today Stories from the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've been following, you know who the Commonwealth is. You know what the Commonwealth stands for. And it's about to get good today, man. But as usual, let's get into our standings. And for the West, we have Thelonious Punt in first place with 7-3. KxngTrizz, second place, 7-3. Pico de Guapo, third place, 6-4. Team Donnie, 3-7. And fifth place, She Love It When I Touch Down, 2-8.
And in the East Division, we have Central C, number 1, 8-2. Second place is Dem Boys at 6-4. Third place, C Blizzy, 4-6. Fourth place, myself, Slick, at 4-6, and Houston Boy last place, 3-7.
All right, and for the playoff brackets, man, we have in first place Central C yet again, holding on to that spot with a record of 8-2. Second place, you got Thelonious Punt. Third place, you got me, KxngTrizz. Fourth place, we got Pico de Guapo with 6-4, along with Dem Boys at 6-4 at fifth place. And the last place is C Blizzy with 6-4, man. The only losing record in the sixth place, but it's a competition, man.
Yeah, the last place is up for grabs. Anyone can get it. In the consolation bracket, we have seventh place, myself, Slick. I've went up one spot from last week. Eighth place is Team Donnie. Ninth place, Houston Boy. And last place, 10th, is She Love When I Touch Down.
All right, man. And let's go out to the scoreboard this week, man. We had some really good matchups this week. A lot of great stuff happened. Like I said last week, I'm trying to win my game. So first game of the week versus with me versus She Love It When I Touch Down, I won. Scored 148 points. He scored 119 points. The highlight for me, I would say, was picking up Dobbs in Minnesota. He gave me 35 points. Lockett gave me 23 points. And Kittle gave me 20, man. And those are pretty much the highlighted players that I have. On the other side, She Love It When I Touch Down scored 119.5. Olave giving him 21 points. And Javonte Williams also giving him 20.5 points. Defense and kicker giving him 15 points. So he had a solid team. Unfortunately for him, he has a little quarterback situation, so he lost a lot of points that way. Luckily for me, I scored 148. I won that game, and I'll take a win any day.
Next game, I have my own game. I had beaten Pico de Guapo 123.5 to 119.5. My top players were Sam Howell at the quarterback, 38 points. And TJ Hawkinson had a great game, 11 receptions, 134 yards, and a touchdown, giving 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian McCaffrey back from the bye, 20 points. So there's nothing I can complain about that. I got a win, 123. Like C Blizzy said last week, is just okay. But you know what? It's a dub, and I'll take a dub.
Yeah, man. And your matchup was one of the matchups where I wanted you to win. Like I said last week, right. I'm rooting for all the 3 and 6s. Only 100%. Because Pico de Guapo and Thelonious Punt, they're threatening my position, man, to get in that bye. And I want to. Everybody wants a bye, obviously.
100%,
I know you're not getting the bye, but you're just trying to get into the playoffs.
That's what I'm worried about.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, man. So I'm glad you won that game. Moving on to Houston Boy and C Blizzy, both 3 and 6 teams going at it. I really didn't care too much about who won this matchup. But C Blizzy scored 112 and Houston Boys scored 99.5. And there were the notable players from that matchup actually would be Mike Evans in Tampa Bay scoring 26.
Yep.
And Jake Ferguson, the tight end for Dallas, scoring 12.5 on Houston Boys. And outside of that, nobody pretty special. Madison got hurt. Aaron Jones has been trash ever since he came back from injury. And Jordan Love scored 26.5, being really consistent. Remember that trade we talked about? Yep. So you can't complain about that. Exactly. On the other side for C Blizzy, you had Kenneth Walker giving him 19 points. and Mixon get him 12.5. Tank Dell out of nowhere, wide receiver. Well, not really out of nowhere. He averages 14, but 18.5 points for Tank Dell. Those are the standouts on his team. Diggs was disappointing, only gave him 6 points,
Right.
but it was enough to give him a dub. So Blizzy gets the dub on that matchup.
Next game, we had Team Donnie going against Thelonious Punt. This one was looking like it was going to be a blowout. Thelonious Punt looked like he was going to pull ahead against Team Donnie, but yesterday's game last night, Monday Night Football, Team Donnie made a great push, but still ended up losing 141 to 134. She had Justin Herbert, 41 points, Gibbs, 26, Wilson, 18 points, and then Kincaid. Kincaid is the boost that she needed, and she got, but couldn't close it out with 16 points. She left on Thelonious Punt had Monroe St. Brown, 30 points. Brown with 24 points. Bro. Oh, he got a powerful name, so gotta put them.
I love that name, man.
Powerful plays. His defense, San Francisco's defense, 19 points, and Sutton 17. He had a good showing in skill position. His quarterback was lacking. Lamar Jackson had a weird game. He also lost that game to the Browns. 18.5 points, especially from him. That's very, very low. But he still ended up winning with the skill position, especially with his defense. So that pushed him ahead and keeping the bye alive.
Yeah, man, keeping this bye alive, man. Team Donnie she messed up because of her flex position, and New Orleans both giving her 0 points. I think if they had contributed at least 3, 4, 5 points each, she would have got that dub, man, because she only lost by 7 points. So it was close for her. She tried her best, but best of luck next time. And our final matchup, Central C versus them boys. Now, Central C has not been doing good for the past few weeks, man. He's been average, to say the least. Average, but he scored 138.5, which is good. I'm not going to complain.
I'm not going to complain, but it wasn't looking like that early.
No, it wasn't.
Like he was barely going to put up 100 points. I think he was projected 106 points.
Oh yeah, he got saved by Keenan Allen. He got saved by Keenan Allen, 40.5 points.
Keenan Allen receptions. 11 receptions, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So 48.5 points.
And what's funny is that it's only Keenan Allen and pickup which he did which was amazing. Trey McBride, the tight end for Arizona, who gave him 21 points. Those were the only factors on his team, man. Like if you really think about it, Will Levis, he picked up 14.5 points. The rookie's not doing too good. Kamara gave him 18, but that's expected, right?
Right.
Outside of that, nobody really did anything amazing. Ayuk gave him 14. You would expect that because that's his projections. You want your players to meet their projections at least.
100%.
Kicker gave him 4 points. Defense gave him 11 points, but it was all Keenan Allen. But 138 is good to win any week anyway, so not complaining too much about that. But them boys had CeeDee Lamb, 39 points.
That hurts. That's a trade from you.
That's a trade for me. That hurts, man. Ever since I let go CeeDee Lamb, he's been scoring over 25 points. And before the trade, he was averaging 12.6 points. So that's
trying to let you know trades are not always good. Don't do them.
They're not always good, but it is what it is, man. I have a better record than them boys, so it doesn't hurt that much.
He's climbing.
He's climbing. He has Joe Burrow, 32.5 points, who we bagged on early in the season, and now he's just doing work.
Yeah, I guess he heard. I guess he's been watching.
Yeah, Rashad White is back to his form from last season, 17.5 points. Deebo Samuel, 15.5 points. Montgomery, 17 points. The defense even gave him 13. So he just had a lot of hitters this week. And he's been averaging 159 points over the past 3 weeks. So that man has been dangerous.
Yeah, he is the hottest team right now, making a push for the bye.
Making a push for the bye, man. If things really go his way, he could take that spot from Central C. But that's a conversation we're actually going to have later. So
100%. I do want to say one thing about them boys. I do want to compliment him. This is his first ever fantasy football league, fantasy football season. And beginning of the season was rough. He made some questionable moves. He had some questionable losses. But he has figured it out, I would say, and now is the single-handed hottest team right now.
Right.
And he made good analytics. He said I would be without CMC, my top running back. He ended up winning because of that. He said Central C will be without his top 3 players, and his analysis was correct. So shout out to them boys. He has come into his own and knows what he's doing and can hang with the table.
Yes, sir. He's looking to be a top contender, man. Go into the playoffs, man. He's going to be dangerous.
All right. So looking ahead at week 11, we have Slick versus Central C. This is a big game for me. Okay, big game.
Oh yeah.
We have Houston Boy versus KxngTrizz, Thelonious Punt versus Pico de Guapo, Team Donnie versus She Love When I Touchdown, and C Blizzy versus Dem Boys. Brothers going at it round 2.
Seeing that it is week 11 and playoffs are they're setting up themselves right now, right? Like every game from this point on is very serious. We're
It's
looking at
make or break.
It's make or break. We're looking at C Blizzy versus Dem Boys, right? Dem Boys is 6-4. C Blizzy's on the last spot. Dem Boys is the hottest team going into the game right now. C Blizzy is doing all right. A loss can take him out of that playoff spot, man. So he doesn't want to do that. But a loss for Dem Boys could end his push to get that bye. So a lot of things at stake. A lot
is at stake, but more is at stake for C Blizzy.
Yes, sir. That is correct. Then you got Slick versus Central C. Now, it's the same situation for you. Central C taking an L puts him one step closer to losing his bye, and you taking that dub puts you one step closer to hopping 6th place in the playoffs, man. So hey, you need that win. Like you need
a win.
That win.
I need a big win, and I need them boys to lose. So I got 2 games of the week right there. Slick Central C and C Blizzy, them boys.
Exactly. Now then you have Thelonious Punt versus the Guapo, 6-4, 7-3. Last time they went ahead, Pico de Guapo, I believe, beat Thelonious Punt. So now he needs to tie the score up in order for him to take advantage of that and put himself closer to getting that bye. The bye in our division is it's 1 game away for everybody. So 1 loss can end that for you and 1 win. So it's high stakes right now, man.
Yeah.
And then you got me versus Houston Boy. I just need to win because it's high stakes for me, but there's no stakes for Houston Boy at this point.
To try to get that bye back, and Houston Boy needs that win to try to get himself in the playoffs. That's his last push.
That's his last push. I think 1 more L from Houston Boy could be the dagger. And
then we have Team Donnie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I gotta be the guy to do it.
And then we have Team Donnie. She Love When I Touchdown. I'm gonna still watch this because She Love When I Touchdown is on auto, and we don't know how it's gonna affect his team. So, it's no longer an easy win. We're just gonna help out the homie so he can at least have some sort of dignity going out. But
exactly,
Team Donnie needs a win to try to get in the 2. So you know what? I'm gonna change my mind and say that those 2 games I was watching is game of the week. Every single game is important this week. And it's important. Week 11 is game of the week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you
week
on that
11 one. Because it's make or break. All right. So once again, we're rushing through these because we've got a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. We got the leader of the Commonwealth coming through. I know you guys missed him last episode. And you had one of his lackeys, and you guys heard it. That man was singing. Opera. And somebody's not happy, man. Somebody's not happy about the things that were said. And a few announcements are going to be made, man. So let's invite everyone who should be here. See you guys in a little bit, man.
Yes, sir.
And folks, we are back, man. And we have 1, 2, 3. We got 4 guests today. 60% of the league is here tonight, man, which is crazy. We got Central C himself. We got C Blizzy back for a 2nd time in a row. We got Dem Boys, and we got Pico de Guapo. So let's get straight into it, man. C Blizzy. There's a lot of controversy going on, man. A lot of controversy. Everybody wants to know, could you recap your part in last episode?
We talked about two things last episode. The big thing being the trade that went down at supposedly 1:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
Talk a little bit about that. There were some accusations against me as well as Shay. Some things might have been said. Some things might have been said that might have gave the
Some things said by you, because apparently,
might
from what I
have
was
made it.
seeing, you were snitching and you were saying a lot of things last podcast. After I pulled up on that podcast, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This man was out here singing. This man threw my name under the bus. He put his hands back. He threw that stone at that glass house and said, "Shit, I wasn't there." You basically, from what I'm hearing, you weren't even involved in the trade. I couldn't believe what I had heard when I saw that clip. I said I was going to stay silent for the rest of the afternoon, but now I'm going to talk now because I was there too, and I got some things to say about that trade that had gone on too. I had never seen something like this in my life. This October that just passed, I turned 22. In my 22 years of life, I have never seen somebody get talked out of his own truth. This man sat there and let the commissioner tell him exactly what happened, tell him everything that happened. Young man, I am ashamed of you. I am ashamed. We talking about SOB standing on business. This man done partook in the trade, took himself completely out of the trade, and then said, "Oh, this is what has said. It is what it is about the Commonwealth." That might have been said. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I could not believe.
Nigga,
And
you a bad leader anyway.
You come in here.
Commonwealth.
Hold on.
Wait,
Let's keep it one at a time. All right, hold up. We're gonna have to guide this conversation.
Shambles.
So, C Blizzy, you just said something profound.
No, call him Takashi. Call him C Snitch, because that's exactly what this man did last week. This man singing. He got a wire on, folks. He got a wire on. He talking straight to the feds. Don't let this man get pulled over by the cops, because it's over for y'all. Whoever in that car going to jail.
This nigga was sweating for Keenan, bro. This nigga couldn't get off the mic if nigga wasn't gonna get Keenan. Nigga said, "Please, bro, I need Keenan, bro. I need a number one receiver, nigga. My team ass." I'm like,
I got a conversation about that. I got some things to say about what had happened that night as well. I could shed some light.
Okay, all right. So let's get this straight, man. All right. Last week, C Blizzy came on. C Blizzy basically said a trade was conducted between him and Central C. Central C wanted Keenan Allen back, and then C Blizzy said, "You know what? If you're taking Keenan Allen away from me, I need something good. You need to find me another piece." They went ahead, tried to get Slick in there. Slick's like, "Nah, I don't want no part of that."
Facts.
They tried to get them boys in there. Them boys said, "I ain't want no part of that." Then they got Godfrey. Godfrey said, "Yo, I'm not moving my running backs. I need something good."
That is not entirely true on the them boys part. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Not entirely true.
All right. We're gonna have people explain themselves.
This man know more than me. I don't know what you're talking about.
We gonna have. So
that's fine.
So then that came in, and we found out some more information. We found out that the trade that happened between C Blizzy and Godfrey was not the intended trade that was supposed to happen between C Blizzy and Godfrey. Essentially, Central C, man, tell your piece, man. Say what you gotta say, bro, about that trade specifically on C Blizzy's part.
On C Blizzy's behalf, I listened to the pod and I watched everything that was said. Now I have some talking points based on what was going on. At that time, we need some context to this trade before we go into what we're talking about. Right after the trade between myself, C Blizzy, and KxngTrizz, this was a point in the league where I traded away 3 players. I got Alvin Kamara, I believe Mark Andrews, and Cooper Kupp in return. You got Tony Pollard. I'm not sure the exact metrics of what's going on because it's been a minute. I believe KxngTrizz got Jacoby Myers. Then he got Michael Pittman Jr. and Tony Pollard. And then C Blizzy got Keenan Allen, Travis Kelce, and another piece from my team. It wasn't DJ Moore, but it was somebody else. Let's just put that out there.
And you got Kenneth Walker from me. Yep.
And he got Kenneth Walker from you. So at this point, after we had made this trade between the three of us, in the group chat, there were a couple people who said they were not going to trade after this. They were done with trading. Phil took himself out of trading. Ricky was never involved in trading. Team Donnie, for me, has always been someone I'm not going to trade with. And at the time, Pico said he was not going to trade with anyone else. We then found out that he traded with Teddy for George Pickens. That happened in the future. But at the time, these are the teams that said they were not going to trade. Now, Cleef's team has been inactive. So at that time, the four teams that were available to trade with was myself, them boys, C Blizzy, and Houston boys. Because everyone else had taken themselves out and said they're not going to be trading anymore. So that's some context we need to give before we go into what was happening here. For the trade that had happened, it is true. I did contact C Blizzy in the morning. If I have the correct time, because I have receipts, I have some screenshots on my phone of everything that went down. If we see the time that I contacted C Blizzy, I contacted him close to 12:30 in the morning. I spoke to him, and I called him, and I was like, all right, bro, I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at your team. No one else is willing to trade. No one else wants to trade. Let's see if we can negotiate another trade. This is true. This is what happened. We spoke, and we talked, and I asked him, what would he give up for Stephon Diggs? He said Diggs was off the table. With everything that's being said, and over the past couple of weeks, everyone has been telling me, you're doing this, how you get back Keenan, how are you robbing people, how you're doing this. My answer for you would be, you can't tell Connor, or you can't tell C Blizzy, who he wants to give up from his team. He's the one who said Keenan was up for grabs. I asked him for Stephon Diggs. I asked him for Keenan Allen. I asked him for pieces that were available. He's the one that said Keenan was the one that he was willing to trade for. Now, as for the three-team trade that happened between the three of us, I was the one who was in charge of conducting what was going on. As for the claim that Houston boys was half asleep, he was not. He was not half asleep. He was awake. And while we were having this conversation, Houston boys told me, he said, make me an offer. He did not tell me, I want this, I want that. He said, make me an offer. So I said, cool. I looked at his squad. I looked at what he was trying to get out of it. And my initial plan was to get Houston boys a tight end. So I had mentioned the possibility of C Blizzy giving up Travis Kelce in return for what he wants. And that was shot down by C Blizzy. From what I heard on the podcast, two things were said. One, he started off saying there was no foul play in what was said between myself and him and giving Chris the Browns running backs. And then not 9 minutes later, this man said on my end was clean. My trade was clean. Quite frankly, my trade was done before this was even said. I find that hard to believe because the piece that I had to send to Chris had to come through you. So if your trade was already done, you're pulling yourself out of the trade talk saying you and Chris already did your piece with the Mixon Jerome Ford trade. But if to my understanding, and you correct me, tell me if I'm wrong, did I not suggest that Houston boys would get Kenneth Walker from you? Am I not the one that said, let's see if we can get Chris a fair trade, send him Kenneth Walker? You know why Chris got Kareem Hunt from me?
Not true.
The reason Chris got Kareem Hunt from me, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is he said, she said. But honestly, you are watching a liar in the midst. And I cannot, but this is going to, I don't know what to say to this man. Because I told him to give up Kenneth Walker within the trade. You know the reason I gave up Alvin Kamara? The only reason not Alvin Kamara, but the reason I gave up Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt at the time was my number 2 running back. He was my number 2 running back. My running back position has already been depleted. I got Alvin Kamara, but in return, I had just Kareem Hunt. And think about it, if I had kept Kareem Hunt, then my team would have been strong. But the reason I had given Kareem Hunt to Houston boys is because I wanted Chris to get someone who was close to a fair value for what he was giving up. You weren't willing to give him that because you weren't willing to give him Kenneth Walker. So I sacrificed my backfield so Chris could get a fairer trade. Chris did not want to give up Mattson. He didn't want to give up Aaron Jones. He didn't want to give up Mike Evans. He didn't want to give up Jamar Chase. And he didn't want to give up Adam Thielen. So what I did with Chris is I gave him my second running back in for Foreman, who was not giving. After that 23-point night, he did not do anything. So I sacrificed my number 2 running back so the trade could go through fairly, and then you go and say that you already made that deal with Chris, when the whole time I was the one orchestrating the deals amongst each other. So how can your trade already be done? But at the end of the day, I was the one that said, all right, is this a fair trade? Is this how everything's going? So what you're going to tell me now is that you're the one that orchestrated the trade?
I never said I orchestrated the trade. I just said I did my deal with Chris.
So if I said that I'm the one who put the trade together, I'm the one who was like trying to shift pieces around, how can you then say your trade was already done with Chris before me and him traded? Because that's what you said on last week's pod.
You were talking to Chris about the trade before I pulled up. Yeah, this is true. You were talking to Chris and you were dealing things.
How
with
can
him.
I be talking to Chris about the trade before you pulled up when I called you first?
Bro, because I left when y'all niggas was on the mic, nigga, and y'all were still talking
I
about
called
the trade,
you.
and I came back.
It's not true. That is not true because at the time Ricky was there. At the time Ricky was there when you had joined the call. At that time Ricky was there when you had joined the chat. So you can't say that you weren't there and I was just talking to Chris on the headset.
When I came back,
what you're telling me now is that you left.
I wasn't there the whole. Chris knows I wasn't there on the mic the whole time. When I came back, and
you're going to tell me that you weren't there. You weren't there.
What Chris was willing to give up because y'all had talked about it. I wasn't there for that part.
Slick. Respectfully, when you were there, Slick, and you were on the headset, it was the 4 of us in that chat.
So
bro, Ricky had been left.
What I remember, remember is when I pulled up. This is weeks ago now, so I'm thinking of this week's chat.
Man, that's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago. I believe what happened was when I pulled up, I think the both of you were in the chat already and said, pull up in the trade, make a 3-team trade. We're gonna go crazy. Then I believe Houston boy pulled up. I can't tell you for a fact. I cannot tell you for a fact. Thonius Punt, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you.
Somebody phone ringing.
Yeah, who phone ringing, bro?
Central C trying
I'm calling Chris. Hold on.
This man copping alibis, kid. That's crazy. You copping alibis?
Hold on.
Yeah, look at.
Hold on, wait. Because I find it hard to believe what I'm hearing. This man said he had left, he had disappeared, when the whole time we were the ones there. This man said he had disappeared from the party. He said I wasn't the one who tried. I was the one who orchestrated the trade. I'm the one who tried to get Kenneth Walker III. And I tried to get him a tight end at the beginning. And you're going to tell me that's not true. So let
me ask this question. Let's take a pause real quick.
Okay.
If Chris was supposed to get Kenneth Walker,
hold on. He's here.
For the trade to happen, why isn't Kenneth Walker on Chris's bench?
Brother man, I need to ask you some questions real quick. Hold on, this is the pod Chris, you on the pod right now. I need you to. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear.
Chris, I need to ask you some questions real quick. Yeah. When the 3-team trade was conducted between myself, you, and C Blizzy, 1, did you not say make me an offer?
I didn't say that.
You did say that. Who was the one that was orchestrating the trade? Was it C Blizzy or was it me?
I don't remember, bro.
Who was the main person talking, trying to get all the pieces moving around?
I feel like it was a mixture of both.
Okay, so it's a mixture of both. Wasn't I the one who was trying to suggest and trying to get Connor to give you Kenneth Walker III?
Honestly, I don't remember the specifics of who.
You don't remember the specifics?
I don't.
Chris, this is looking real bad. This is looking real bad, bro.
Listen, we need the recaps immediately when they happen. When they happened 2 weeks ago.
Because there's 7 of us in this podcast right now. So the whole team is here. and you're the one you're the one being traded with. So we need to get to the bottom of this, because I don't know, you didn't see the pod. You didn't see the recent pod, but this man C Blizzy was singing and saying that he was the one, his trade with you was fine, and that I'm the one who was orchestrating robbing you.
Oh, that's crazy.
So do you agree
Listen,
to? Yep.
I can't say doing what, right?
Yeah.
You know this. If I'm asking for a trade, whatever I'm gonna give is what I hope to get. So it ain't in me to hustle people. So if I got hustled, I can't say that I've been studying the fantasy players to the degree that I have in years past this year, because I got some new commitments on my shoulders right now. So.
Chris, we don't want that. We don't want that wholesome stuff. We coming here to end the snitch tonight, Chris. We don't want that wholesome stuff. We're here to end the snitch tonight. We're ending Connor the snitch, because this man out here singing.
Oh, that's crazy.
This man like Gunna. This man like 6ix9ine. Chris, if you heard the podcast, he said that his deal with you and him for Joe Mixon, Jerome Ford, that was done before we even talked about the trade. He said y'all did that already.
That's not true.
He said y'all did that. That's what you said last week. That's exactly what you said last week.
Before we talked about the trade, I didn't say the deal was done before we talked about the trade.
He said y'all and him, you and him made the trade, and then everything else just happened after that.
Nah.
Listen, when I asked about the 3-team trade, like how that would work, what you explained to me is one of us sends the first trade over, and then the second person trades with the next person.
So we have to trade amongst each other.
Allow the 3-team trade with. I thought, oh, that's crazy. That's kind of new. I didn't know that they did that.
No.
I'm supposed to go on record saying I got played. Listen, I'll go on the record and say I got played, but I can't say that I felt that way because I put people on the trade block who I was okay with letting go.
That's real.
Chris,
I guess that's
I would like to say,
end all be all. I guess
you are the man who this is all circulating around. What happened to you this week? And I would like to say, as the man who was quote unquote robbed, you are the worst witness I have ever seen in my life. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, man.
You know I'm super sharp with this stuff, yo, but what I got going on with trying to get into my new role this year, bro, I ain't really got the attention span for fantasy like I have in years. Not this year. I gotta get settled.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna go. This has not been fruitful whatsoever. All right.
All right.
Let's try to get some other people.
Yeah, let's.
Wait.
Let's try to get some other people involved here.
I just want to say one more thing. I just want to go on record and say that.
All right.
Jerome Ford averages 0.8 less points than Joe Mixon, right? So how I rob Chris that bad if Jerome Ford averages that much of points?
That bad? He said how I rob him that bad. And you're going to sit here and tell me what I'm saying is a lie?
How I rob him.
Bro, it's not about robbing. It's about what you said last week. You threw stones, and everyone in here can say, before you even came in here, people were laughing at you because they were saying that this man was out here singing. So let's be honest. Everyone in here already looks at you. You a snitch. Everyone sees that because of what you did last week. Go back and look at yourself and say you're honestly proud of what you did last week.
Only a nigga that's guilty would be so bad like you, nigga.
I wish everyone could read this. That's all I gotta say. I wish everyone could read.
I'm not mad because of anything that happened. You are the one that threw my name under the bus and took your hand out of it.
All right, let's get some other people involved here. I want your thoughts first. Let's go with Pico. Pico, this is your group. This is the Commonwealth. I want to know what your thoughts are. You know, you're big on standing on business. So is Thelonious Punt. So let me hear your thoughts on your Commonwealth.
The views and opinions expressed by the president and whatever position Central C gave C Blizzy of the Commonwealth does not state or reflect those of the vice president. Furthermore, the views and opinions and insinuations made by the members of the Commonwealth don't reflect Pico de Guapo. So all this debauchery that's been going on, yo, if y'all was on trial, y'all would be guilty. Y'all would be guilty. Pico don't. Mm-mm. We don't do those debauchery finessing over here.
Can't even say the
We
word. It's
trade, we
debauchery.
trade. You don't want to trade.
Yo,
Hey, that's fine. That's
chill,
fine. I don't mind. That's fine. That's why you wanted two games. You lost 2 games. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, I lost 2
I
games.
want to
That's
hear.
correct. I have lost the
Yeah.
least games out of everyone in this group right here. Yeah, that is correct.
Well, those 2 losses were kind of uncharacteristic and kind of ugly. Thelonious Punt, I want to hear your thoughts because you are another person who stands on
You the
business.
whole talking about ugly. Oh no!
Hey.
No!
Hold on.
You see that headline? You talking about ugly?
Hey, I won last week and you got now. That's all that matters.
Congratulations,
Punt.
Slick. Congratulations.
Hold on.
Man, I was against you too.
Hey,
Wait.
Hold on. Let
Thelonious talk, Central man. You've been talking. Man. Yeah.
Let him go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Phil the whack, Phil the quiet, Phil that hasn't been present. What?
Phil who caught the dub and you didn't.
Keep it going. What else you got?
Keep it going. Keep it going.
What else? You know what
He
I
ain't got
mean?
nothing
Hey,
else.
yo,
Yeah, I got
I'm
nothing
just-
else.
You can speak.
the message
Central
of standing
City
up
you to
is
speak.
something you can respect. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
My
that
goodness, this
hasn't happened
microphone.
much as we already witnessed with a lot of people getting raw deals and trades. Pause. But like, it's a game at the end of the day. We gotta just have fun with it. You know, competitive, and just keep it to the game. You know, don't go past. Like, don't make it go further than it gotta go. You know what I mean?
Real quick to circle back. Central C, you said that this trade started or had something to do with them boys. I need you to clarify the air there because them boys is looking as confused as we are.
Because all I would say is that when the 3-team trade was about to go down, them boys was in the background while I was on FaceTime with C Blizzy. And he was interested in getting involved in the trade. So there was a potential. We were talking about a 4-team trade. So that's it. To say he was involved deeper would be a lie because he wasn't. It was more of a, hey, I'm interested. So I wasn't, when he said, I wasn't involved, I would just say, technically we were talking, but it didn't go deeper than that.
Them boys, let's hear it.
Yeah, I was not involved in that trade. I had gone downstairs because there was commotion downstairs. Of course, if there's a trade going down and I have the possibility to inquire about a trade, of course I'm going to inquire about a trade beforehand to see what is going on, see if it can possibly better my team. When I saw the pieces that were going down and what they were trading and looking at what I had and potentially could offer or wanted to give up, I was like, nah, I'm not even going to hear this. What
That's
did I
not
do,
true.
Connor?
No one wanted
back
from
upstairs.
his team. That's what happened.
I went back upstairs.
No one wanted anyone from his
upstairs.
team.
All right,
no one wanted
that's
from his
cool.
team.
Well,
That's not what
you should have wanted. I've dropped over 150 points in 3 straight weeks. I'm the hottest team over here, bro. What are you talking about?
This is
You
true.
should have got something
He
from
is-
my
I don't
team.
know about that.
You should have
Should
inquired,
I
bro.
got something from your team?
Yeah.
Should I have got something from your team?
Yeah.
To be honest, it took you
Take
picking
that
up 2
L.
extra
Take that
quarterbacks
L.
and trading
Take that
force
L.
between your brother for you to beat me.
Take
So
that
I don't
L.
gotta say
Take that
nothing.
L.
At the end of the day, you the one that still had to do what you got to do to beat me. You saying
Bro,
you saying my team.
all I'm gonna say is
You
out of
had to
all
pick up
quarterbacks
2
you decided to pick Will
quarterbacks.
Levis.
You had to pick up 2
to run your team.
QBs to beat my team.
Will
And
Levis.
for that's
you
not
could have picked up
that's
any other
fair.
quarterback. You
This
could have
was-
picked
that's
up any
not
other
something
quarterback
was
and
a
possibly would have beat me.
If
This
this not
was a
someone
tactic
being
that
scared.
Central C started
That's a
against
tactic.
Pico
I'm
de
being
Guapo.
smart.
Hold
I'm
on,
being
hold
smart.
on,
You did that
hold
before too.
Hold on. I could can I address the air about this too? Can I address the air about this
Real
too?
quick. Do it fast.
I'll do it real fast. Pause. But I'll speak about this. I'll speak about this and what had happened between me and Pico. At the end of the day, is this tactic something that I did? Yes. Now I am not dragging them boys for using that tactic. But for them boys to make the claim like, oh, I dropped over 158, I'm like, it doesn't surprise me he's gonna flex a win when my quarterback had a bye week and he had to pick up 2 QBs to stop me from beating his team. He only beat me by 12 and a half
I
points.
dropped the points. Like, what are you talking about? You're acting like I beat you like 120. I'm dropping over 150 points a game. Put some respect on my name. What are you talking about?
And if
What are you
you
saying?
didn't do what you did, I would have dropped your team off, and we wouldn't be talking about you. Bye 9-1. But you had
No,
to pick up two
that is
QBs
not
to beat
true.
me.
That
That
is
shows
not
you.
true.
That shows
You-
people. Although my team had a bye week,
Bro,
I
you
was
speak
still
too much,
able
bro.
to come
You
up and
you
drop
coulda
him off.
you
This was
you
my
coulda picked any
turn
other
to speak
quarterback.
respectfully.
Let me tell you.
This is my
Let me
turn
tell
to
you the
speak
quarterbacks you
respectfully.
could have picked up.
Respectfully, this was my turn to speak. Respectfully,
You picked a
this is
Will
my
Levis,
turn to
bro.
speak.
You self-inflicted your wound, bro. That was you.
Yeah, but you picked them. Oh
So,
shit!
you
My
stand on
white
business
screen
and
went to a
take the L,
commercial
bro.
break.
Gotta take that L, dog. Just gotta take that L.
All right, that being said,
Just gotta take that L.
No. This isn't over.
Speaking of
This
Guapo,
is not over.
no,
This
hold
is
on,
not
hold
over.
on.
No.
We
He
gonna
cut
get
me
you
off.
back in here.
No.
We gonna get you back in here. Hold
He
up,
cut me off.
Pico.
He cut me off.
You're listening to this, man. You're listening to
No,
this.
do not
You're
let Pico
listening
speak.
to
I did not finish my claim. I did not finish my claim.
yo.
No,
Hold
that
up,
is crazy.
hold up, man. We're gonna get you back in here, fam. We're gonna get you back in here.
So folks,
you
you can just
hogging up
cut
the
people
airwaves,
off
man.
nowadays. Isn't that this what's happening?
Oh my goodness, man. Man, we gonna get you back in here, fam.
Fam, let him fly. Let him fly. That's what he loves to do. Let him fly. Let him go. Let him go. Let him talk.
You're listening to this, man.
He's just digging himself a grave. Let him go.
You're seeing these two gentlemen complaining about tactics that were being used, and you being the first person to be the victim of such tactics.
And not one time have I complained like once or twice, and I kept it pushing.
Can I say something? If you have an opportunity to help yourself to win, why are you complaining? That's for your team, bro. Central C complaining. He did the same exact thing. Just because I picked up one extra quarterback from year one, I had two. That's a problem.
Hey, them boys. Guess what? Guess what? Hey, the same quarterback he picked up when he went against me, I believe he was on the waiver wire, and I believe he performed well. Yes or no?
Correct.
You see how things turn?
Oh man! All right, Central C, man, come back and finish your topic, man.
I am not, and I would like to reiterate again. I am not saying them boys is wrong for what he did. I would like to reiterate that one more time. The situations between what happened between me and them boys and Pico and myself are two different situations. These are two completely isolated situations. Let me explain. I did the math. I crunched the numbers this morning. Say Pico had Derek Carr, right? I put up 158 points on Pico and he put up 71.5. Say he had Derek Carr, he still gets beat by 53 points. I'm sorry, Pico, that made so much of a difference. I'm sorry that you still would have got beaten by 53 points. As for the what happened between me and them boys, and why I'm not really tripping off of this L, and I could understand why he would be excited. I could understand why he'd be excited. After a couple weeks, this man was flaming me. I said some things about him. He said some things about me, and now we here. I know he caught up in all the glitz and the glamour. I know Central C handsome. A lot of girls be flocking to Central C. India, how you doing?
This guy.
So I like to say, I know that we caught up in the glitz and the glamour now, but the difference between me and Pico de Guapo is when I placed Pico, I dropped them off by 53. Them boys only beat me by 12.5. Now say I have a tangible quarterback. This is a different story this week. And I would like to say, the difference between me picking up one quarterback and the difference between you picking up two quarterbacks is I asked you, and everyone clowned me in the chat. They were like, why you asked this man why he did exactly what you did? I asked him to confirm something that I already knew, that I wanted to see. I wanted to hear him say. He said, why do you think? My team on a bye week. My number one quarterback not there. To guarantee that he got this win, this man had to double down, pick up two quarterbacks. This is fear. This man was afraid of my team. You can't say this ain't fear. He had to hold on. I'm not done speaking. I am not done speaking.
Bro, you spoke for 25 minutes out of this 35-minute podcast right now.
This is true.
That's not true. That is not true.
Yes,
a lot of people had their chance to speak. Even your snitch of a brother down there, he had a chance to speak too.
I'm a question about the two quarterback thing, if I may.
Yes.
We're not a two quarterback league, right?
No.
So if that's the case, why does it really matter that he got two quarterbacks?
Because he picks up another one that to keep on his bench That way, Central C can't get a quarterback to put in his starting position.
Which is cap, bro, because this man could have
At
picked
least
up Kyler
that's a
Murray.
tactic.
He could have picked up Kyler Murray. He could have picked up. There's like 4 or 5 different quarterbacks he could have picked
See,
up that would
but
have
you
probably gave him a
can't add.
But
You
you
can't
love
add
it.
the
So
points
like,
that I've already. Here's the thing: you can't add the points I already put up, opposed to what is out there. You have to subtract what Will Levis did and add the points of what that quarterback did, and none of them would have given me enough. That's what I'm saying. So you can't just say I would have
so
picked up someone based off of what had happened because you had beaten me by 12.5, and Will Levis gave me
so
14. So
basically,
you got to subtract the
basically,
14.
and that's true. So basically, you're saying that the only person that could have beat you that week was Geno Smith. Was that who you were
Geno
gonna pick
Smith
up?
would have given me Geno Smith or Baker Mayfield would have given me the additional points.
And that would have been enough for
And
you to win.
also, that would have
Wait,
been
and
enough
that
for
would
me
have
to
been enough
win.
for you
Those
to.
exactly the two people. Hold on.
So
Why didn't you
I'm
pick him
smart.
up? Why didn't you
I'm
pick him
smart.
up?
I'm smart as hell, and you had an ample time to pick up a
Wait,
quarterback. What are you
wait.
talking
So
about?
when you do it,
Like,
wait. So when I did it, I was called a snake. But now when you do it, it's called a tactic.
No.
It's
it's
crazy how
it's a snake
Yes.
because you
No.
snake your
Yeah.
mans in the
Hold
Commonwealth. I'm
on.
not a part of the Commonwealth. I'm
That's
not a
it.
part of the Commonwealth. That's why, bro.
That's it. It's a snake
He
So
because that's your
you literally
I
just said,
second
bro. You
command.
literally just said
he
you.
got
All I
beat
heard from you, bro.
53 points.
All I heard.
He
All I
was
heard,
Could
not
have
bro.
going
gotten
to
beat.
win
I could have
anyway.
gotten beaten. I could have gotten beaten by 100. At least leave the man there as
For your
consideration.
second in command.
So Pico,
You know?
I'm confused. I'm confused by this Pico, and I'm confused to why you have a problem with the C. Because when this man right across from you on my screen, them boys, called me and said, I want to join the Commonwealth, but all you got to do is make me vice president and remove you from where it is. I stood on business and I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
You
But
never
you're
told
telling
me,
me,
though. You never told me.
wait,
Huh?
wait,
Did
so
you
that
ever
make me a
tell me?
loyal man? That don't make me a loyal man. That I handle business behind this. That don't make me loyal. But brother, you gotta start questioning the friends you got around you because you don't know what loyalty is.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm confused.
Hey,
I'm
guys.
confused. You're telling
Okay.
me
You're going to be more confused. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be more confused. I'm be more confused.
more
I'm not.
Yeah?
You're
You're
telling
not?
me that I handle business. I shut it down behind the scenes, and you're telling me that I'm wrong for not telling you that someone tried to snake you.
Yeah?
I shut it down before it
Yes.
even happened. So okay, so what is me? So me shutting it down means nothing.
Hey, man. No comment. Continue. Continue.
Wow. Wow. So what I did means that I should have let him snake you then, is what you're telling me. I should have let it happen. Wow. I see.
I guess
I
so.
see.
I guess so.
And as for
All
the
right.
additional 13.5, hold on. One more point. I got legit one more point. One more point. He beat me by 12.5. His defense, his number 2 defense, that he traded back and forth between his brothers for 3 weeks, gave him that 13 points to beat me. Respectfully, I don't think he should have had that defense because in prior leagues, when that had happened, the commissioner pulled that he completely vetoed the trade. So hence why I was campaigning so hard, because I was confused. Last year, when I had done that with my sister, and hence why I don't make trades between myself and my sister, because I don't want there to be any confusion of something like that. For those who don't know, Team Donnie is my sister. I don't make trades because I don't want there to be an appearance. Respectfully, there was an appearance that happened when people accused me of telling her to release Dak so I can pick him up. But I have text proof that is not what happened. I was suggesting a move for her. I told her, hey, drop Tyler Algier, as you see right here, and pick up Chase McLaughlin because she needed a kicker. Pick up Chase McLaughlin. And as you can see at the bottom, if that is able to be read, I said, I would suggest this move. Tyler Algier, drop him. Chase McLaughlin, scoop him up. And then after that, I said, okay, you drop Dak. She said, yeah. And that was the end of our conversation. So it wasn't, I didn't tell her to do nothing. I didn't tell her to drop Dak so I could pick him up. But what I'm saying is that 13 points that you have from your defense,
I speak after.
that 13 points you have from your defense, you traded that defense from you to your brother back to you when you had when your defense had a bye week. And that's the number 2 defense in the league. So I'm confused. And I'm like, honestly, if this is your win against me, fine. But I know what it took for you to get this win. So I'm not really tripping off of that. I'll end my piece.
You just went on another spiel that makes absolutely no sense and has no validation. So let me tell you right now.
I gave up the points.
Bro, let me speak.
Yeah,
So,
do it quick
bro,
You
because
didn't let me speak.
gotta try to wrap
Oh,
up.
all right.
you didn't
So,
let me
bro,
speak.
so, bro, after I made the
Yes.
trade, then weren't y'all being like, "Oh, this is sus. Y'all shouldn't have made the trade." Did I not reverse the trade and make it a better deal and gave my brother Tank Dell for the defense?
Respectfully,
That gave him
you shouldn't
that
have
gave
even
him
Wait,
gotten that
18.
that
defense
was
back.
Let
that
me
was a
speak.
little
That gave
short.
him 18 and a half. Respectfully, why'd you get Keenan Allen back?
I'm not his brother.
That
And
gave
you
you
can't tell him
30
who.
some points.
Hold on. I'm not his brother, one, and you can't tell him who he's supposed to release from his team. I asked for Diggs as well. He didn't want to give up Diggs. So you're telling
I
me
didn't
that
tell him.
I'm
I
supposed to
didn't tell
tell
him
him
to
who to give
release
up?
anything.
You're telling me
I didn't tell him
I'm
to
supposed
release
to tell him
anything.
who to
I
give
just
up.
wanted my defense back. I just wanted my
You
defense back.
wanted
That was it.
you wanted your defense back. So it was your defense. So you traded with him and wanted your defense back and took it back. That doesn't make
No,
sense.
we made a trade. I was willing to leave my defense, and I asked him like, "Hey, I want my defense back. Let's make a trade." So because
You
you did it
wanted
the
your
same way,
defense back and you
getting
got it
Keenan,
off of. It's two different things. One, I'm not his brother, and you can't tell him who to relinquish from his team. You
we're
traded
all in
your
the league,
he trade. No, it's different. It is different, and you can't you can't sit up here and tell me it's not different.
bro. So if I traded with, if someone had Baltimore Ravens, right, and I had Tank Dell, and I made it
Yeah,
with anybody else, would that not have been a
yeah.
fair trade? This guy
It
got
wouldn't
18 and a
have.
half.
And
So
let me tell you why it
because my
wouldn't have been. And well, let me tell you why. Because of what you
how?
traded him. Wait,
Because Tank
you
Dell
had a
got
defense
more
on a
points.
bye week. You had a defense on a bye week and traded it for a number 2 defense. So that trade initially wasn't even fair.
Bro,
So for you to have gotten that team back doesn't
bro, but
even
you're
make
talking
sense.
about. So why are you even saying initially if I said I bet and I made this the trade? So why are we even talking about initially what happened if I switched it up?
Because
Like
that trade
I saw
shouldn't have even gone
you
through to begin with,
you
is what I'm saying. The
you
fact
literally
that you
said,
ended up
"Oh,
with the
I
Ravens in the
switched the
end,
trade. Tyler's a good
the
man
fact that you
on the
no.
Sixers." Now you talking reckless on this? What are you talking about?
No, because at that time you had sent it back and you had the Eagles defense, and then you just sent them back another trade. But what I'm saying
I
is,
think
at the end of the day, that trade shouldn't have even gone through.
what I can say is that trades for next year, there will be a change, whether it's veto, whether it's capping the limits of each team that can trade. Because it's been 3 weeks. That's 3 controversy about the trades. But I'm just gonna try to switch gears here, so we can close out. I think everyone here is playing each other. I just want to hear thoughts on the matchup. Each of you guys, just quick 2-minute highlight, 2-minute comment on it. We have C Blizzy going against Dem Boys. Just quickly, C Blizzy, what are your thoughts going against your older brother?
I think I'm gonna have to pack that nigga up respectfully. I mean, he got a team, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I gotta get W, nigga.
Yes, you do need a dub to try to get to stay in the playoffs or get in the playoffs. Dem Boys, your thoughts on getting packed up?
Yeah, we both need this win for different purposes. I'm not gonna talk a lot of trash on the pod about my matchup because I feel like when people do, they lose. So good luck, brother, and see you Sunday. I'm dropping over 150 nowadays. You feel me? So hopefully I just keep that trend up. And what I say in the beginning of the podcast, I said fourth quarter to third quarter. So fourth quarter coming. It's coming.
We have Thelonious Punt versus Pico de Guap. Thelonious Punt, what are your thoughts going into your matchup against Pico?
Very tough matchup for sure. Definitely two of the top teams in the league, especially given how crazy the division is right now. We both definitely need a W. So, Pico, best of luck to you. Let's stand on business.
I have a lot of work to do. My defense is on bye. There's a few players I don't trust on the roster. I may have to make a couple moves, but in the end, I think I have a good shot in getting the dub. It's gonna be a healthy competition anyway. It's gonna be a nice week. Hey, best of luck.
So,
And the final matchup is myself and Central C. I will go quickly. My first matchup did not go as planned, of course. I thought Central C was the same team from past seasons. He's proved that that is not the case. 8-2 is an impressive record at this point of the season, but I feel like I can try. I feel like my team is better right now, My team is hot. Not the hottest team. Them boys has that, but this is the best chance that I have to beat Central C. I need the win to try to get in the playoffs, and I am trying to spoil his first round bye. Central C, quick thoughts. 2 minutes.
As for my matchup with Slick, ain't no problem. This man's ass, so I'm good. I don't got nothing to worry about. Honestly,
Okay.
he's gonna get packed up. He live in a tent anyways. My team gonna drop him off. At the end of the day, we're gonna be moving on to 9-2. I'm gonna use my remaining 2 minutes to say something before we close. I've been looking around. I've been watching. I've been stretching my hand out. I've been being a caring and loving person. Caring and loving to my people. But from what I'm seeing, can't give people nothing. You can't share a piece of yourself. You can't be out there for people. You can't look out for people. You can't put yourself out there, get shot, get stabbed by anything. Because at the end of the day, people ain't gonna they just gonna take advantage of you. When you down, they gonna kick you. When you up, they gonna ride with you. So I wish the commissioner was here to say this, but you co-commissioner. I never needed them bum ass niggas in the Commonwealth. You think I needed the Commonwealth to turn up? You think I needed the Commonwealth to get to where I am now? You think I needed Pico the Pretender? Sit back there and fall back, Pico, because you know what you've been doing. And when I see you next time, see you next time, it's being the often replicated. Those duckers, no smoke when I'm in your This is the Central C.
That's what I was waiting on.
And I've been seeing people snake me, say things about me. Oh, you three. See, Blizzy, before you even start, you were snitch, and you about to get packed up and losing back in now. So you shouldn't even be saying about me right now.
Snake I'm looking for.
Say snake, yeah. Say I'm a snake. Say I'm a snake. As I sat there and I listened to this man try to snake you and tell me to replace you as the general. Look at that. Look at that. Only you all look at clowns. Clowns laughing with each other, joking with each other, in communion with one another. Did I need you to get to 8-2? No. But did I carry you along? Did I teach you the way? Did I have to little bro you? I had to son you. I had to pick you.
You didn't teach me, Jack.
I had to pick you up, son you. I had to pass the fire in your mouth and say Pico was going to get better. I had to say Pico was going to get better.
I'll break you in half. Pause.
You couple.
Yo, see you in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. See you in the playoffs.
See you. You not a threat. You not a threat. I might pick up 3 quarterbacks this time. I might pick up 3 QBs. So apparently, that's what we do nowadays. I might have to pick up 4. Steam with QBs because apparently that's what we do nowadays. People, I've been watching you. I've been seeing you, and we're not even gonna act because in the chat I have been seeing this man taking shot. Man taking shot. Man's taking shot. See Blizzy taking shots.
And see, he the sensitive one. When I was on the pod,
taking shots.
Hey, everyone, when y'all saw my episode on the pause, it was all love. It was all love, right? It was all love. Now look. Now you done flipped on me. It's all good.
I flipped on you.
See you in the playoffs. See you in the playoffs.
You not making it to the playoffs. That's what I'm trying to tell you, people. You not gonna be there. You not gonna see me.
Central counterfeit.
Central counterfeit,
bro. Get out of here, bro.
You talking to me, but I got the best record in this thing.
Get out of
you
here,
talking
bro.
to me, I got the best record in this thing. Pico. Pico, you my op, Pico. Pico, you my op now. You my op. You my op. You my op.
I was the one looking out for your best interest. Now all of a sudden I'm an op.
You never looked out for me. I looked out for you. You told me that wasn't matter.
Real, my boy.
I looked out for you. You told me that didn't matter. I'd rather be stabbed in the chest by a bullet than stabbed in the back by a friend. And you not a bullet to me. You were up to me because you stabbed me in the chest. You lied. You swindled me. You berated me in the chat. Even though everything was going down, you berated me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last trade he sent me, he wanted Raheem Mostert for Cooper.
Was it real?
That wasn't real? Why'd you send it then?
Bro, I sent Teddy Rashid Shaheed for Tyreek Hill. Of course he's not gonna make the trade. I send him that all the time.
trying to
Pico, I'm
manipulate
just saying
people.
the
Like,
truth.
come on, bro.
I'm just
Nah, kid.
I've been doing
Anyway,
this since the
that
jump.
Nah.
that was the 2
I even
minutes.
said
That was the
trade.
2 minutes.
Said he would think about it. I sent everyone to trade. Everyone in this chat, I have sent to trade. Come on,
Send
you gotta
bogus
come better
ass
than that.
trades. Like, bro,
You
you're number one in the season. Stop being greedy. That's your problem. Stop being greedy.
Why
You're
is it
number one,
greedy?
kid. Stop
Is it
being
greed?
greedy, bro. You're
Right.
greedy.
Have to
Right.
accept.
For
I
what?
just sent.
You're number one. You should be cruising to the playoffs. Instead,
So, yeah,
you're
you
making
also
these
have
to.
microtransactions like you're playing
You
2K.
don't have
Like,
to.
come on, bro.
You
Get
don't
out of
have to
here,
agree to
kid.
them. I can
Nah.
send jokes. I can send jokes. You don't have to agree to them. Did Teddy have
Jokes?
to agree to Rashid Shaheed for Tyreek Hill? No, he has the
Why'd you say-
option.
Yo, you know how much time you gotta go through each person's team and then hit trade? And why would you do that for? You're just wasting
Because
people's
I'm
time.
messing around. I'm messing
Look, you're
around.
wasting my time. You're screaming at me right now. I'm done with you. I don't even want to talk to you no more, kid.
You don't gotta talk to me. You don't
Hey,
to me.
SOB,
Next
SOB
time-
LLC, SOB LLC. We out of here.
Yeah,
SOB
Stand on
LLC. SOB.
So be out join.
LLC.
LLC. We joined.
Stand on
Hey,
BS LLC. Stand on BS LLC. We're not talking about this.
Ooh.
We're not talking
Hey,
about
get
this.
that Commonwealth
Pico, next time I need
nonsense
to
out of
All
here.
right,
I
Next
thought
time I
it
need
was
to
a
pick you up
brotherhood.
and put a pacifier in your mouth. Next time I gotta pick you up and
All right,
pat you
folks.
on the head and say, "Little, it's gonna be okay. Don't worry." When you were slipping
All
and you
right,
were
folks.
losing those past
Yo.
weeks, dropping 3 weeks in a
Get
row,
those beauty
I had to
supermarket
send you.
shades out your face, kid.
Send
All
you.
right, folks.
Get
send you
those
what I
beauty
had to teach you
supermarket
to
shades
win.
out your face.
To
Get those
teach you how to
Alright,
Panda
win.
Express
To
shades
teach you
out your
to be
face.
who you are right now.
What you
Nah,
hiding? Who
I'm
you
done.
hiding from? Who you hiding from? Who you hiding from?
I had to send you
Get
how to
those
win. I had
McDonald's
to
ass
show you
shades
how
out
to
your
win.
face.
I
You
had
ain't
to show
teach me
you how to
nothing.
win. I had to pick you
You
up
teach
and
me
say,
nothing,
"Little boy,
little
it's gonna
boy.
be okay. You can make it to the other side. It's okay. Don't worry, Pico." I had to.
Okay, folks.
All right,
I'm
all right,
back.
all right, all
Yeah.
right,
I'm
all
back.
right, all right,
I'm
all
back.
right, all right.
I see there's a lot of contention.
Donnie stand on business more than you. Get out of here, kid.
I see there's a lot of contention going on, man.
That's
I'm
my
sorry I
sister.
missed that. My daughter woke up, but
KxngTrizz, it's all good. We cleared the
Yeah.
air.
We
Okay.
We
cleared
see
the
Central
air.
C real colors. It's
Central
all
So-
good.
C
so what
had
does that mean
broken
about
up
the Commonwealth? Is the
Listen,
Commonwealth
come on,
dead?
bro.
For sure.
Yo, I had a whole former speech and everything ready. But fuck that, bro. Nah, SOB LLC. That's where we at. That's what I'm
SOB.
repping.
So
Anybody want to join?
LLC.
Anybody want to join? Hey, come on, boy.
And I'm
Leave that
BS
Commonwealth. Leave that Commonwealth
nigga.
fugaziness out of here.
LLC. Stand
Wow.
on BSLLC.
All right.
So
We gonna-
what I missed,
we gonna
man.
close
Pico and C Blizzy are now SOB LLC, and the Commonwealth is now
Is no
Central
more.
C and Donnie, or the Commonwealth is no more.
It's probably not even
Commonwealth.
Donnie for us. It's him by
No
himself.
more.
A one-man army.
I'm Dolo.
Donnie ain't
I
supposed
got
to be
this.
there in the first
being
place.
Dolo. I need him to there.
Donnie ain't
I
even
got
want
this.
to be there. Donnie was there by default.
Donnie there by
Donnie was
the
there
I
by
got this
default.
Dolo. I got this
Don't worry,
record
I'm
being.
gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to Donnie. Hey Donnie. I'm extending the invitation to you. SOB LLC, come on board.
SOB.
SOBS. Stand on BSLC. So we ain't worry about that.
We gonna wrap this up. We gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
We have the Commonwealth no more. We've explained the trade, the 130 trade, and we have a new uprising. SOB.
Bunch of
LLC.
robbers and thieves. Get out of here, kid. Central
So-
Canal Street.
You get in a robber. You get in a robber down there. You get in a DJ Envy down there named C Blizzy. Don't worry about me. You get in a thief down
So,
there.
I'm gonna go ahead and
It's all
end this
good.
up.
It's all good, Steve. It's all good.
You're the same man.
It's all
You were the
right.
same
Yeah,
man
what
laughing and calling him a snitch before he joined. You were the same one laughing and calling him a snitch, and now you're gonna tell him it's all good. It's all
You're
right.
cuckoo crazy.
It's all right.
Get out of here, kid.
It's all right.
Get
It's all right.
out of
This
here,
one
bro.
We're gonna
Still
wrap
laughed
this
at
one
C
up.
Blizzy. Everyone, even his own brother, laughed at him, called him a snitch. But now I'm the one that's crazy. That's why.
We're gonna wrap this one up. We
Them
want to thank
Starbucks
everyone.
Get out of here.
We want to thank everybody.
Let me
for pulling up.
get a dragon fruit lemonade.
You can start your
What?
jokes. You can start your jokes. You can start your jokes. You can start your laughing. It's all
Alright,
good.
alright.
When you don't
Alright,
make it out,
folks.
I'll pick you up and I'll pat you on the head.
A treat.
I'll say it's okay, little boy. It's okay, little boy. Yeah, I know you had your fun. I know you were outside playing in the playground, but it's time to come back inside. All right. It's all right. We just
This
gotta
is
watch the play.
episode 10. This is episode 10, and we will see you guys next week.